When it comes to sleep, what's more important, quality or quantity? The results may surprise you. If you have followed me for any period of time, you know how much I emphasize the value, the power of sleep. When we're looking at, and I always use the Garmin when I say we're looking at sleep. If you haven't followed me or heard me in the past, I'm a big advocate of the Garmin watch and the Connect.Garmin dashboard. And when we're looking at sleep, we want to look at both quality and quantity. They cannot be separated in any shape, form, or size. So I don't live in a glass house. I'm just like you guys. I have a growing family. We have businesses. I have a lot of obligations just like you guys do. I know it's not easy to get 9 hours of sleep. But what I want you to think about is, how are you supposed to get the right amount of deep sleep if you're only getting 4 to 5 hours of total sleep? That's why I say you have to have both the quantity and the quantity. I don't say that to be condescending in any shape, form, or size. When we're looking at sleep, when we're looking at the Garmin dashboard, I want you to always look at the deep sleep to the awake ratio. When you're looking at the Garmin dashboard, the dark blue is the deep sleep, which is also known as REM 3, rapid eye movement, number 3, deep sleep. A lot of people say, Rob, what about REM 1? It's very, very important. That's what rejuvenates the brain. Unfortunately, you have to have the deep sleep, the REM 3, to get the body into a state where it actually starts to produce hormones. And when it releases, maybe not the word produce, but releases hormones like testosterone and human growth hormone, those are the hormones that actually make you leaner, stronger, and allow your body to literally rejuvenate itself. Well, if you're getting a minimal amount of quantity of sleep, it becomes more and more difficult for you to get enough of the quality out of that short window. Now, some of you may be able to get, an hour's worth of deep sleep out of only 6. That's fine, but our goal is to try to get 2 hours of deep sleep to less than 10 minutes of awake time. And the best way that we can get that extrapolated is to get that into a window of 8, preferably 9 hours of sleep. Doing this for 38 years at the time of this recording, I can promise you I've seen over and over and over again when somebody reports themselves to us and they're currently getting 6, 7 hours worth of sleep, they're usually getting less than an hour of deep sleep. When they start bumping it closer to 9, we start to see that deep sleep number incrementally go up, not overnight, sometimes over the course of a year, sometimes a couple of years. Everybody's completely different. I get this question asked to me quite honestly, or quite often rather. How long is it going to take for me to get 2 hours of deep sleep? Well, I don't know how exhausted your body is chronically. All right. So if I go and I look at your Garmin dashboard and I look at your body battery for the last year and you haven't gotten over a 50 in the morning, and let's just say literally for the last 1 to 2 years, it's going to take us longer and longer to be able to get those deep sleep numbers up. And it's beyond the scope of this video. There's a lot that gets factored into the body battery. All I want to talk about today is when we're looking at sleep, I need both quantity and quality. 8, preferably 9 hours of sleep with a ratio of 2 hours of deep sleep to less than 10 minutes of awake. Now, what that does behind the scenes is that decreases the overall stress that the body's going through. Again, not trying to be disrespectful or condescending. The only way the body can rejuvenate itself is when it's been fed high quality fruits, vegetables, and lean protein, macronutrients, and satisfy hunger. When you do that before going to bed, now the body has literally, the human body has been fed the building blocks it needs. Now you got to give it a window of time for it to actually do its job. When the body is satiated, hunger is satisfied, has all the building blocks, and you give it a good 8 to 9 hours, the body slowly starts to shed stress. Think about the typical individual. They're not eating enough. They're not drinking enough water. They have a stressful job, stressful relationship, stressful financial situation. Maybe they're exercising a little too hard, maybe exercising a little bit too long, throwing themselves into bed for a minimal amount of time, and they wonder why their stress level is going up. We need to reverse this entire situation. And I'm not saying it's something that could be done overnight. I put these short videos together just to try to get an epiphany for you to go, maybe I can just change one thing at a time. But more importantly, have a way to evaluate behind the scenes. Is quality better than quantity? No. Is quantity better than quality? No. We need to integrate the two together. I know this video is a little bit long, but I do appreciate your patience because there's so many people here on the internet that have a tendency to take one topic, take it way out of context, and confuse everybody and drive everyone's frustration through the moon. So thank you for taking the time to watch. If you happen to have a question that we can help you out with, please send it to me and my team, contact@coachrobb.com. Again, I appreciate your time today, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.